ये तो आप ही के आदमी है ना, इन्हीं का तो आपने किया है मंत्री के कहने पर। मंत्री की लगी हुई है ना ऑर्डर शीट। माननीय मंत्री श्री पीसी शर्मा एवं श्री पद्म तोमर जी, टीचिंग फैकल्टी इज नॉट ट्रांसफरेबल फ्रॉम वन यूनिवर्सिटी।
नॉट ए टीचिंग फैकल्टी पोस्ट इज द डायरेक्टर स्पोर्ट्स
यूजीसी ने कह दिया।
जी सर।
और लाइब्रेरियन जो है वह भी जो है टीचिंग फैकल्टी के बराबर 65 साल तक चलेंगे।
जी सर।
तो फिर टीचिंग फैकल्टी तो हो गई ना। ये कहाँ है वो फाइल आपको? ये फाइल है, ये ओरिजिनल फाइल कहाँ है? वेयर इज द कंसेंट ऑफ द यूनिवर्सिटी? और आपको कहाँ से अधिकार प्राप्त हो गया सहायक प्राध्यापकों को ट्रांसफर करने का यूनिवर्सिटी में? ये कहाँ है वो फाइल आपको? ये फाइल है ये
सर, वो रिलेवेंट दे दिए काम को।
ओरिजिनल फाइल कहाँ है?
उसमें आ गया सर।
क्या है
जो काम का चीज है साहब?
क्या 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 लिखा है? वेयर इज द कंसेंट ऑफ द यूनिवर्सिटी?
वो तो नहीं है।
तो फिर बताइए आप, कानून में बोरिंग डिपार्टमेंट की बिगर कंसेंट के, इनका आर्गुमेंट था पटने साहब का, भेज सकते हैं किसी को, ट्रांसफर करने का अधिकार है आपको डेपुटेशन पर।
वो यूनिवर्सिटी चूंकि साहब हमारे हायर एजुकेशन से ही रिलेटेड,
हायर एजुकेशन से नहीं। यूनिवर्सिटी कोड में यूनिवर्सिटी को अपॉइंटमेंट का अलग अधिकार है। इनकी बहस थी पटने साहब की, FR 110 में डेपुटेशन पर भेज सकते हैं। हमने इनकी बहस को मान लिया। ये तो आप ही के आदमी है ना, इन्हीं का तो आपने किया है मंत्री के कहने पर। मंत्री की लगी हुई है ना ऑर्डर शीट। क्या नाम है? राघवेंद्र कुमार सिंह आयुक्त। उपरोक्त के अलावा माननीय मंत्री श्री पीसी शर्मा एवं श्री पद्म तोमर जी द्वारा दूरभाष पर प्रस्तावित किए हैं। ठीक है, तो मंत्री ने तो प्रस्तावित कर दिया। अब यूनिवर्सिटी ने डेपुटेशन के लिए, बोरोइंग तो यूनिवर्सिटी हुआ ना, और प्रतिनियुक्ति पर कहाँ लिखा है आपने? ये आदेश प्रतिनियुक्ति पर है। इनका आर्ग्यूमेंट है प्रतिनियुक्ति पर, तो आपने कहाँ ली इनकी कंसेंट यूनिवर्सिटी की?
दैट्स नॉट।
फिर खत्म। और बताइए पटने जी, उतना ही आर्ग्यूमेंट करिएगा जितना पिछली बार किया था। FR 110 बता दीजिए। यू कैन ट्रांसफर, स्टेट गवर्नमेंट कैन ट्रांसफर अ पर्सन ऑन डेपुटेशन without taking concurrence of the borrowing department.
Before that legal aspect is concerned, my lord, may I address your lordship regarding the maintainability of the petition, my lord?
Forget about it. We'll deal with the legal aspect. We are sitting here to deal with the legal aspect. But you raised that issue last time.
At the
Now please take it to a logical conclusion.
Lordship.
Now the original record is here.
Yes, my lord.
Please take it to logical conclusion.
My lord, for that, my lord, I have brought on record, my lord, your lordship may kindly appreciate.
And who is representing the university?
My lord.
आपका क्या stand है?
My lord, our stand is as per my oral instructions, my lord, we have just complied with the order of the state
नहीं
government.
डेपुटेशन पे जब आपके यहाँ कोई आता है तो क्या डेपुटेशन पे स्टेट गवर्नमेंट कैन सेंड इट डायरेक्टली?
My lord, as
रजिस्ट्रार और असिस्टेंट रजिस्ट्रार के लिए तो एज पर रूल है।
हाँ वो तो ठीक है, वो तो नियम में ही है, वो तो मुझे मालूम है। वो तो स्टेट सर्विस का ही हिस्सा है। एंड दे आर ट्रांसफरेबल फ्रॉम वन यूनिवर्सिटी टू अनदर। टीचिंग फैकल्टी इज नॉट ट्रांसफरेबल फ्रॉम वन यूनिवर्सिटी।
नॉट ए टीचिंग फैकल्टी पोस्ट इज द डायरेक्टर स्पोर्ट्स।
यूजीसी ने कह दिया।
जी साहब,
ये डायरेक्टर
स्पोर्ट ऑफिसर इज आल्सो।
और लाइब्रेरियन जो है वह भी जो है टीचिंग फैकल्टी के बराबर 65 साल तक चलेंगे। तो फिर टीचिंग फैकल्टी तो हो गई ना ये। तो इसमें बता दीजिए इसके लिए स्टेट गवर्नमेंट का कैडर है एंड दे आर ट्रांसफरेबल फ्रॉम वन प्लेस टू अनदर, इतना बता दीजिए।
यूनिवर्सिटी से कोई हमने परमिशन नहीं ली
ना। नहीं, और आपको कहाँ से अधिकार प्राप्त हो गया सहायक प्राध्यापकों को ट्रांसफर करने का यूनिवर्सिटी में? एक विद्यालय से दूसरे विद्यालय करने का आपको अधिकार है।
स्पोर्ट ऑफिसर ही है साहब।
हाँ नहीं होगा। अरे भाई,
क्रीड़ा अधिकारी
है शासकीय आदर्श विज्ञान महाविद्यालय जबलपुर में। यूनिवर्सिटी की टीचिंग फैकल्टी को ट्रांसफर करने का या वहाँ टीचिंग फैकल्टी सप्लाई करने का आपका अधिकार कहाँ है? उतना नहीं है ना। बस देखिएगा।
मतलब मैं सबमिट, मतलब
क्या आप क्या सबमिट करने को बचा है?
मतलब it is there, मतलब because they have not substantiated their stand, my lord, since I have raised this issue and I have brought on record, my lord, the documents to substantiate my argument.
बताइएगा।
Annexure R41 में kindly be seen, my lord. Yes, my lord. These are the allocation of business rules, my lord, framed in exercise of power under Article 166 of the Constitution of India, my lord. Your lordship may kindly turn to page number 15.
15, yes.
Yes, my lord. The Department of Higher Education, my lord, is the administering department as far as MP Vishwavidyalaya Adhiniyam 1973 is concerned,
Right.
and I request your lordship to appreciate matters pertaining to university at in subheading heading A, my lord, entry number 11, my lord.
जी पढ़िए क्या लिखा है
This provides for the matter of policy dealt with by the department. It is universities and all incidental matters, including development program, opening of faculties and grants from UGC. This is first entry, my lord. And then 17, my lord,
जी
all matters relating to services with which the department is concerned, other than the matters allotted to the finance department and the general administration department, e.g. appointments, posting, transfer, pay, leave, pension, promotion, provident fund, deputations, punishments and memorials.
नहीं नहीं ये
Then I request your lordship to
रुक जाइएगा प्लीज ये जो 17 पढ़ रहे हैं
जी
आप ये यूनिवर्सिटी से रिलेटेड है ये कैसे बताएंगे चाहिए तो
और
11 के बाद में
जी
12 यूनिवर्सिटी 13 यूनिवर्सिटी 14 ये ठीक है
जी जी
16 अब 17 जो है यूनिवर्सिटी का ही कंटिन्यूएशन में है
जी
ऐसा बताइए ये तो जो है कॉलेजिएट एजुकेशन के उसके बारे में कोई झगड़ा नहीं है
जी हाँ
opening first this collegiate education
जी
other than medical agriculture veterinary and engineering colleges ठीक है ना
जी
now 17 is to be read with it yes you have a right this is what I said to post teaching staff of the collegiate education from one college to another that is your exclusive domain कि किसको जबलपुर से भोपाल भेजना है रीवा भेजना है कलकत्ता भेजना है आपके क्षेत्राधिकार में आप भेजिए उनको यूनिवर्सिटी में पदस्थ करने का अधिकार आपको है ऐसा बता दीजिए तो यूनिवर्सिटी कोड का क्या होगा
University code itself is being, my lord, implemented and administered by the Department of Higher Education. Kindly see B, heading B, my lord.
B yes
Number 1, my lord. The MP Vishwavidyalaya Adhiniyam 1973, my lord.
हाँ
The acts and the rules, my lord, which are to be framed by the in the MP Vishwavidyalaya Adhiniyam itself is framed by the Department of Higher
MP
Education.
विश्वविद्यालय अधिनियम दीजिएगा
And statute 31's opening line is also material for our purpose, my lord.
पढ़िएगा
This the-
statute 31 पढ़िएगा
The respondent has, the petitioner is placing reliance upon it, my lord.
जी
This is at page number 19, my lord.
with your petition
In the petition itself, my lord.
petition itself page 19 yes
Now it says, my lord, may I read?
जी
Save as otherwise provided in the Adhiniyam and the statute. The provisions of this statute shall apply to all employees of the university other than those whose services have been lent to the university by the central or state government.
word uses lent to the university
Yes, lordship.
so now please tell me that this is what you argue
Yes, yes,
I'm confining to that only
yes,
that services of this employee your client were lent by the state government to the university now the moment you say lending word lending comes then there is a provision of there will be a lender there will be a borrower where is the consent of the borrower this is what precisely I wanted to know
when lender and borrower forms are under the administrative control of the same authority, my lord, the consent will not be necessary in my respectful submission.
that is your submission but you are required to show that then there would not have been any requirement for using this word in statute 31 other than those whose services have been lent to the university
Yes, my lord, because of the fact that university forms, the university have their own setups, my lord. And if a person is to be inducted into the university setups from any source other than Vishwavidyalaya Adhiniyam, then for that matter, my lord, the word lent has been used here, my lord.
yes और
And-
कुछ बोलना है आपको
And therefore, my lord, since the Department of Higher Education is the department controlling the administrative setup of the university, and therefore, my lord, the consent is inferable from the fact that it is the same authority which is passing the order and the same authority which has to administer the MP Vishwavidyalaya Adhiniyam 1973, my lord. And I request your lordship to kindly appreciate that it has been argued that the post of physical director of education is a teaching cadre post has not been so held, my lord. So lordship may kindly have a look to page number 19, my lord, for that purpose, my lord.
It falls in the category of other officers as provided in section 18.
section 18 of
18 of the Vishwavidyalaya.
विश्वविद्यालय अधिनियम
Because it has been said that section 49's compliance is required and all, my lord.
चलिए 18 में क्या लिखा है?
Note 18 says, other officers, the appointment of officers of the university referred to in section 12 shall be made in such manner, and conditions of their services and powers and duties shall be as such as may be prescribed by the statutes and ordinances and regulations.
जी ठीक है.
Now, because he falls with the other officers, this particular post is not specifically provided under section 12.
जी.
And therefore, my lord, there has to be a selection committee also under section 49, subsection 2.
The instant case is not that of a appointment by way of deputation. Rather, it is a case simpliciter transfer by way of deputation. My lord, my learned friend is arguing as if it is a case
Transfer
of
by deputation.
yes, my lord, it's a case of transfer by deputation, not by appointment by way of deputation. My lord, there is a subtle distinction between the two. My lord.
Where they have mentioned in the order.
In the order itself, it has been mentioned in
That
the
it is
remark
transferred
column
by deputation.
in the impugned order, my lord.
Yeah, impugned order.
Yes.
Page number.
Page number 30, my lord, 30.
हाँ पढ़िए.
Entry number 47 itself, my lord.
पढ़िएगा.
It is in the remark.
by deputation.
संचालक खेल रानी दुर्गावती स्वंसो विश्वविद्यालय प्रतिनियुक्ति पर. ये सीरियल नंबर 47 प्लॉट्स, पेज नंबर 30 में.
ये जो प्रपोजल है नोटशीट में उसमें तो कहीं नहीं लिखा प्रतिनियुक्ति पर. ये कहाँ आ गई प्रतिनियुक्ति? ये जो प्रपोजल है इन्होंने ऑर्डर शीट में प्रस्तुत किया है इसमें तो कहीं नहीं लिखा प्रतिनियुक्ति पर.
हाँ, but it is mentioned.
Ultimately we are, that's why we called the file.
In the order it has been mentioned, my lord.
ठीक है चलिए. That's all.
And my lord, my submission as regards the maintainability of your lordship would appreciate
No.
this argument. Other,
Sorry. ठीक है श्री अंशुमन सिंह learned counsel.
because then I would be guilty of raising an argument and not pressing the same before your lordship.
No. This petition is filed by the petitioners being aggrieved of order dated 9/3/2019, annexure P6. Was given posting as director within bracket sports at Rani Durgavati Vishwavidyalaya Jabalpur on deputation. Full stop. His name appears at serial number 47 in the impugned order annexure P6. Full stop. Next paragraph. Petitioner's contention is that they are working as professor and assistant professor in the Department of Physical Education in RDVV Jabalpur. Full stop. These posts are to be filled by the university in terms of the provisions contained in section 18 of the Madhya Pradesh Vishwavidyalaya Adhiniyam 1973. Full stop. It is submitted that since this post of sports officer will fall in the definition of other officers provided in section 18 of the Act of 1973. Therefore, it is to be filled in terms of the provisions contained in section 49 within bracket 2. By constituting a committee as prescribed in the said provision, that is section 49 within bracket 2 of the Madhya Pradesh Vishwavidyalaya Adhiniyam. Thus, order annexure P6 as far as it relates to a private respondent is bad in law. Next para. Shri Manas Mani Verma submits that the state government has passed said order and has posted the private respondent to the university which does not suffer from any infirmity. Next para. Shri L.C. Patne, Learned Counsel for the private respondent, has drawn attention of this court to the business allocation rules framed by the state of Madhya Pradesh in exercise of the powers conferred by clauses within bracket 2, bracket close, and within bracket 3, bracket close of Article 166 of the Constitution of India. Stop. He submits that higher education is dealt with in chapter 38. Roman में लिखिएगा 38. Full stop. Under chapter 38, within bracket capital A, bracket close, another bracket, 11 dot universities and all incidental matters, including development programs, comma, opening of faculties and grants from UGC is covered. Full stop. Then it is submitted that as per entry 17, all matters relating to the services with which the department is concerned, within bracket, other than matters allotted to the finance department and the general administration department, bracket close, E.G. appointments, comma, postings, comma, transfers, comma, pay, comma, leave, comma, pensions, comma, promotions, comma, provident funds, comma, reputations, comma, punishments and memorials are within the domain of the higher education department, and therefore when this is read with FR 110 of the fundamental rules which authorizes the government to transfer a government servant to foreign service, comma, it is a deputation, it is transfer by deputation, and therefore no indulgence is required in the hands of the court, and the impugned order be sustained without any interference. Next slide. Shri Manas Mani Verma, learned government advocate, as per the directions of this court, has produced photocopies of the proposals which were mooted by the government. Full stop. This appears to be a file from the Office of the Commissioner Higher Education, Madhya Pradesh, Bhopal, bearing number 255 oblique Shakha 02/19. Full stop. Heading is शैक्षणिक संवर्ग अंतर्गत स्थानांतरण प्रस्ताव. Full stop. This proposal, why this proposal? Persons who are mentioned as whose names are mentioned in column number 2, working on different posts of assistant professor, professor, associate professor, have been transferred from various government colleges mentioned in column number 3 to various government colleges mentioned in column number 4. Full stop. Next slide. Name of the private respondent appears in this proposal at serial number 27, wherein he is shown as sports officer working at Government Model Science College, Jabalpur, who has been transferred to, for whom a proposal was made to transfer him as Director Sports, Rani Durgavati Vishwavidyalaya, Jabalpur. Full stop. His name of the private respondent appears at serial number 27. Full stop. There is no mention of transferring the private respondent on deputation, as is mentioned in the impugned order annexure P6 at serial number 47. Full stop. Thus, it is evident that words on deputation have been inserted in the transfer order annexure P6, though there was no such proposal as has been brought on record by Shri Manas Mani Verma. Next para. This proposal was forwarded by the Additional Commissioner, Higher Education, comma, it was signed by the Commissioner, Higher Education, and thereafter there is a mention of the fact that Apart from the aforesaid, 5 proposals were made by the Honorable Minister within bracket Shri P.C. Sharma bracket close and within bracket Shri Pradyum Tomarji bracket close on telephone full stop. They are mentioned in the flag full stop. After approval, those proposals will be sent in coordination for approval. Thereafter, the note sheet was sent to the minister, who signed it as by making a note as proposed. Next para. Then thereafter, Minister Jitu Patwari had made a note in regard to 3 persons, saying that their names be included in the proposal, and then it is mentioned that one Prerna Thakur be transferred to MLB Indore. Next, there is no concurrence of the borrowing university. Full stop. Thus, 2 facts emerge from the note sheet produced for perusal of this court, which Shri Manasmani Verma submits that this photocopy is sufficient and he is not producing the original file because that will be of no help to this court.
नो माय लॉर्ड।
हाँ, आपने तो कहा था ये बात,
नहीं है नहीं सर ना, इतना ही सफिशिएंट।
ठीक है ना?
नहीं
तो ओरिजिनल फाइल प्रस्तुत करने में क्या तकलीफ थी आपको?
नहीं, पर वो
यही कहा जाएगा जो आपने कहा है।
नहीं सर, मेरा
नहीं, सॉरी, प्लीज डोंट ट्राई टू रिगल आउट। देखिएगा, therefore these documents which are paged up to 04 and thereafter 6 pages are unnumbered, out of which last page is blank, comma, are taken on record. Next. After hearing learned counsel for the parties and going through the record, it is evident that as per the Madhya Pradesh Vishwavidyalaya Adhiniyam, Section 12 defines Kuladhipati and his powers. Section 4 within bracket Roman 20 defines teachers of the university, means professors, comma, readers, comma, lecturers, and such other persons as may be appointed for imparting instructions or conducting research, comma, with the approval of the academic council in the university or the college of institution maintained or recognized by the university. Full stop. Thus, it is evident that term teachers of the university includes other persons as may be appointed for imparting instructions or conducting research. Full stop. Thus, when this definition is taken into consideration, it is a comprehensive definition and includes the post of Director of Sports, which is there to impart instructions in the physical education.
I just wanted
Yeah.
Yeah, regardless of they have brought some judgments which say that director of sports is not a teacher. But regardless of that, followed may have section 18 and there
वो
are
भी कर रहे हैं, आ रहे हैं full stop. Thus, in the opinion of this court, teachers of the university though includes director of sports, but even for the sake of the convenience and with a view to respect the submissions made by learned counsel for respondent number 4, that director of sports is not a teaching post and it is not there to impart any instructions, then director of sports will be covered under section 18 of the Adhiniyam of 1973, which deals with other officers and provides that appointment of other officers of the university referred to in section 12, shall be made in such manner and the conditions of their service and powers and duties shall be such as may be prescribed by the statutes, ordinances or regulations. Full stop. Section 49 within bracket 2 prescribe constitution of a committee for selection. Full stop. Thus, any appointment of an officer covered under section 4 within bracket Roman 20 or under section 18 of the Adhiniyam of 1973 is to be made in terms of the provisions contained in section 49 within bracket 2.
Statute 18 also, my lord judges. Statute 18 says it has to be done as per 49.
Full stop. Statute 18 का आपने पेश किया है?
Statute 20 minutes, P2 starts on page 50.
Statute 20
It specifically mentions the director of physical education under
makes a mention of post of director of physical education. Full stop. It specifically provides that in addition to the officers mentioned in clauses within bracket Chota Roman 1 bracket closed to within bracket Roman 5 of section 11 of the Adhiniyam, the following shall be the officers of the university, dash dash करके Roman 5 लिखिएगा, director of physical education. Full stop. This statute 20 itself provides that in case of appointment to the following posts, the selection committee shall be constituted in accordance with the provision contained under section 49 within bracket 2 bracket close of Madhya Pradesh Vishavidyalaya Adhiniyam 1973. Full stop. The post of Director Physical Education is included, and thus it is evident that Statute 20 clearly provides for filling up of the post of Director Physical Education by following a provision contained in section 49 within bracket 2 of Madhya Pradesh Vishavidyalaya Adhiniyam 1973. And in view of this matter, it is evident that respondents number 1, 2, 3 could not have filled the post of Director Physical Education by transfer on deputation without following the procedure prescribed under section 49 within bracket 2 of the Vishavidyalaya Adhiniyam 1973. Full stop. And in any case, even if the submission made by the Council for Private Respondent Shri Patne is taken into consideration, then a cogent reading of the delegation of powers under the business allocation rules makes it abundantly clear that that will not transgress into the matters which are specifically covered by the Madhya Pradesh Vishavidyalaya Adhiniyam 1973 or by the statutes framed specifically for the purposes of regulating the matters pertaining to the university. Stop. Therefore, in absence of any material to show that business allocation rules framed by the in exercise of the powers conferred on him under Article 166 of the Constitution of India can transgress the act which has been framed under the provisions of which are statutory in nature, cannot be tempered by the state government in the name of allocation of business rules. Full stop. In view of such facts, one statute cannot be breached by the respondent authorities in the name of business allocation rules, and when there is flagrant violation of the section 49 within bracket 2 and statute 20 framed in this behalf, then the action of the respondent state in favoring a private respondent number 4 and appointing him as director physical education without consent of the university and without there being any requisition from the university for appointment of such director physical education from an outside agency, namely the employee of a state government, comma, the order of deputation being arbitrary and cryptic cannot be given seal of approval. Therefore, the impugned order having been passed in violation of the principles of law statute in violation of the principles of the statutory provisions contained in section 49 within bracket 2, which are to be followed as per the terms contained in statute 20, comma, is required to be quashed and is hereby quashed. Full stop. University will be free to appoint an appropriate person after following the due process as prescribed under the Act and the statutes framed thereunder.
We have number